everybody, I'm KK.
I'm Kristen.
Together we are K&K Crochet. Welcome back to Nostalgic Christmas 23. This is a collaboration that Ella from No Catchy Name created. I'm trying to say two words at once. And she asked us to join in, and of course it's Christmas, so we said,
yeah,
with bells on. So each time we're going to be sharing our memories of Christmas, and you get my memories of Christmas and Kristen's memories of Christmas. So you get 2 for 1, and actually you probably get a lot in one. Each day is a different story, sometimes multiple stories about why certain things mean what they do to us, and the nostalgic memories behind it, right? The things that we remember that were so important to us, and for each of us it's different. And some of it is memories from my childhood that I've passed on to my children in our own way that we use and do, and some of it's new things that we created. So this, I'll put the link for the pattern in the description box. I see a lot of these, bless you. I see a lot of these online a lot of different times, different versions of this light bulb. And this light bulb, the reason I did this specific one, which is Red Heart Cherry Red and Mainstay Metallic, is because this one reminds me, if I do it like this, maybe you'll remember, this one reminds me of the old-timey light bulbs that we used to get. They were huge, just like this one is. Not this big, but they were huge. Like now you get the little tiny light bulb. These were the big glass bulbs that came with on the lights, and they had the big metal bottom here, and they would screw down into the light thing, the strand, and they were beautiful, and I loved them because they were red and yellow and orange and blue and green and purple and beautiful. Now, my story behind this is not a good one. My dad loved these lights, and we put them on the tree every year. Like every year. I don't know if you can see in this one just how eclectic our tree was. But that tree, you see all the silver tinsel. You see all the ornaments hanging around the door frame. I'm not sure what was above the door. I can't figure that out. But we had the lights that go around through there too. You can see the big lights. But the big lights were on the tree too. And so that's why the lights are so bright, because you had these big, huge lights on them. And they were my dad's favorite. So one year, I decided, once I had gotten married and we had started having children, that it was very important to... I'm trying to look and see if I can... Yeah, okay. There's something else in that picture I have to show you another day, but I didn't realize until I started pulling out these pictures. So many of my memories are showing in these pictures. I can show you the things. It might be kind of hard to see. I mean, it's Polaroid and, hard to see. But like this tree, this had all of the glass bulbs on it. See those? Now we use plastic because children, and they break a lot.
Animals as well.
And animals, and they hurt when you step on them. But these were the glass bulbs that they had. And I love those old-timey glass bulbs. But my dad loved these. And when I got married, we decided the first year I was married, my dad and mom had trees in the yard, little Christmas trees. They were probably 5 or 6 foot tall. I went to the local store and I bought these bulbs. Bless you. But I bought the newer version because by then you couldn't buy the older ones. I'm sure they had decided they weren't good for us. They were going to kill us, something. So I bought the newer version. The grass was wet from the night before, and it was not even midday. It was still wet. Snow or something, I don't know. And we started dragging the lights through the yard and wrapping them around the Christmas tree. And we plugged them up to make sure they all worked. And turned them on, and we started hearing pat, 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 pat. And I'm like, what is going on? All of the lights, when they got warm enough, laying on the grass, were popping and breaking. They were so thin. That never would have happened with the other lights because they were thicker and they just worked better. I don't know. My dad used to take them and wrap them around the banisters outside. And I mean, we had those lights everywhere. Those were the lights you put on the tree. Now you guys, everybody puts a little dainty little Christmas lights on. Nah. We put big old lights on the tree. They were huge and they were beautiful. And we put all kinds of ornaments. They were they never match. Like the first little bit might have, like that first tree, I see that like they kind of match. They were probably like red and green. But by the time I got of age to remember, they were all colors. Red, green, silver, and gold. Those, and blue. Those are the ones I remember the most. The little glass bulbs that went on the tree. And these lights. So I made this one to remind me of my dad and the Christmas lights that we loved so very much. And I love the shape of it. I may have gotten off a little bit on this one. Let me see. It seems like I remember. Yeah, it's by allcraftschannel.com. And about line 5, the numbers on the count did not match up with mine. But I just went with it and changed the count as I went. Like she was increasing and then decreasing. So if it said that the increase was 2 single crochet in the first one and then single crochet in the next 3, and I got to the end and I didn't have a third one to crochet into, I didn't worry about it. Or if I had too many, I'd crochet 2 together. Whatever I had to do, I didn't care. And it still, I think, turned out okay. Yeah, her count, and I went back and double checked. If somebody does it and can figure it out, the count on line 5 did not match up with the count that you have with your stitches. And so I just kind of threw it off. I do like the way she increased. I believe this was the pattern I was working on, that she increases completely different than normal. It's not 2 single crochet in the first one and then continuing to follow the pattern. You do something at the front, then you do a repeat in the middle, and you do something different at the end. So I love the shape. I love the way it turned out, and that is my Christmas ornament for the day. And then here is our chain for the day, and it has a little candy cane and holly leaf on it, and that is hunter green, red heart hunter green. And the stitch is called the even moss stitch, and it is a slip stitch and then a half double crochet is what it says. And so I don't remember because I did this a little while ago, but look up even moss stitch, and I just think it makes a really pretty stitch. And so that's our stitch for the day. That's our chain. So there's our chain so far to go on the Christmas tree. I'm really enjoying doing this. I think it's going to be cute, and it'll be something, a nice memory of our nostalgic Christmas 23. So Kristen, I should have named her Christmas. I should have named her Christmas Noel, or Noel Christmas. I should have. And I started to name her Noel. I should have. So anyway, she's going to show us her favorites.
Alright, so I went out of town one year and I got Mom this ornament just because it screamed Mom. I don't know why. It says joy and Mom's joyful, and then it has a Christmas tree and the plaid and all the pretty colors.
I think that was the year I was making buffalo plaid ornaments too.
I think it was.
Yep.
And then I'd say one of my favorite memories is we try and do it every year the same day. We try and go Thanksgiving night. We load in the car and we'll get hot chocolate or coffee, and we will go the next 2 towns over.
It's the next county.
Next county over. Bless you. To the Holiday of Lights. And they have all, like, you go through this driving trail of all kinds of Christmas lights.
We actually have a video on YouTube, I think, of pictures that I took last year that we put up with that. It's hard to take a video and go through there. There are other people and vehicles going through, and you don't want to include them. And plus, we're talking and enjoying our time. So I try to take pictures and then do a slideshow so you guys can see all of them. There's Charlie Brown, and there's they do all the things. There's Mickey Mouse and firefighter stuff and all these different, the Grinch and all these different lighting things that they've come up with and created. They do the 12 Days of Christmas, so you go through there and you see the 5 golden rings, and it's just really beautiful. So if you want to go back and check out that video, feel free to do that, and we'll probably do another one this year.
It changes every year.
Yeah.
They're, of course, going to be this majority are the same, but they add something new every year. I think last year it was dinosaurs.
And then we also go to the one at our state fair where they do the music that plays along to the lights that dance along to the music. And we always enjoy that one. And I can't show that one either because copyright infringement. I wish I could because it's gorgeous. We could just
put our own music over it that's not.
I guess maybe we could do that. I don't know. We'll could try. I could try to do that. Maybe I'll try to do that and try to find the songs that I can't use the songs that they use though, because they do like,
yeah.
They use Elsa, Let It Go, and all that kind of stuff. No, but maybe I could find the other stuff, and it would go, record part of it and find the song that goes along with it. It's really, really nice. We really enjoy it.
Yes,
so.
it is so fun.
Yeah. So that's another county over. So we go two separate ways. So we do both. So if the boys are working, which, we tend to pick another night then if they, which, our oldest and my husband are always working different nights now. So we just have to kind of go and do. But if my husband's working that night, we pick another night other than Thanksgiving night. But this year I think he's off, so we will get to do our tradition this year. We always leave Thanksgiving dinner from my mother-in-law's house and go straight to the Holiday of Lights, and it's so much fun. It's a wonderful tradition, and we usually get lost every year going.
We do. I think we finally have found our way, though.
It's not hard to find, and I've been over there for years.
Not just for this, she worked over there.
Yeah, and we go over there to shop and everything else. But it's just the particular streets of going to get there. There's lots of different ways, and I'll go, oh, I know, let's go this way. Dad, I know how to go this way. I don't know how to go that way. We almost always get lost and end up by the hospital, which is interesting and fun in and of itself. And then we used to also go to Walmart afterwards, or like Wendy's to get a Frosty or something like that. And the reason we started doing the hot chocolate is because one year I think they were giving out hot chocolate.
They do give out candy canes every year, though.
Yeah, the little mini ones. And so one year they were giving out hot chocolate, and so we just started making a tradition. My kids fell in love with it, and I think they even gave out dog treats when we used to take our bandits. So this will be the first year Hot Rod gets to go and get a doggy treat. And they also have like food vendors, a couple there if you want to grab something to eat. One year I remember we left there, and it was they were doing Black Friday that evening, and we ended up going to Walmart, and my husband said that is the first and last time I will ever do Black Friday. And it was the evening, like people were not there like they normally are, but he said nah, that's too much. And I agree, it is a hot mess. I'd rather shop online. But those are some of the things that we find that are important to us. And I will share one more thing real quick this time. I always have lots and lots of things to share, and we probably, like I said, will have so much that it will overflow, and I will decide to expand our story time later. But this is something I got. We have that's an acrylic snowman. I love snowman. That's a little known fact. I've collected snowman things for years. I did weed it down at one point. I also collect brooches that you wear, like I used to do, like, somebody's going to call me a little old lady. That's okay. I'm fine with that. But I used to collect and still do brooches, and I have lots of little snowman brooches that I like. But this reminds me, I'll go ahead and date myself. When I was growing up, we would get these frosted or sometimes clear ornaments like this. And the ones I remember more than anything that I loved, and I don't know why, but I wish I could find them again, is the Maxwell House coffee ornaments. Anybody remember those? Do you remember getting those? Some were oval, some were rectangular, and they had little Christmas scenes on them, and sometimes had the year on them. And I think you got them when you bought Maxwell House coffee. My mama was a Maxwell House coffee fanatic. It almost cost her life one time. She was fixing birthday dinner for my uncle, and she had a little china cup, like it was had Chinese decoration and stuff on it and everything. It was only about that tall. Nope. That's not the one she did that with. She had one of those. She had a white coffee cup like this. And I think it may have even been a Maxwell House coffee cup. And she poured the hot coffee into the coffee cup. And the coffee cup split directly in half and fell on the floor. And of course the coffee went with it. And she slipped. And she cut her ankle from ankle to ankle, wide open. My dad at the time was a coal miner, or had been a coal miner, and had taken first aid and CPR in the coal mines. And his quick wit and knowing what to do, he wrapped her foot and made a tourniquet to cut the blood flow off. And the doctor said that's the only thing that saved her life. So Maxwell House coffee was a bad thing, but a great memory in our house as well. And so I love those little ornaments, the little clear Maxwell House ornaments. This is not one of those. I think this is probably like a Walmart or maybe even a Dollar Tree ornament. But like I said, we have a lady here that does a yard sale thing online. And when I saw this, I thought I have to have that because it's a snowman. And because it reminds me of those, I don't see any. There's a little star on the back. That's all I see. So it's probably like a Dollar Tree thing, but I really like it a lot. And so it's getting added to the tree this year. And as we continue with ornaments, we'll just continue to share what we have. I didn't realize we really had that many different ones. Every year it seems like something gets broken or something has to be replaced because, that's what happens. It's one of the reasons why we tend to go towards the ones that don't shatter. But that's our Nostalgic Christmas 23 for today. Thank you, Ella, for inviting us to participate in this. We're going to continue to share stories. We surely hope you enjoy them. We're having a ball doing this.
I love it.
It's so much fun. And up until now, all the ones you're going to see are ones that we have dressed the same way because we've spent all evening doing this and had a blast. And so we're going to keep doing it. And throughout the month of November, you're going to see the 12 memories of Christmas. And you're going to learn all about the things that mean so much to us. Please share your memories with us below. We would love to hear it. Maybe we'll get a new tradition. We'd love that. We're always adding new traditions. Never too late to do that. Don't forget to be kind because
you don't be else's journey.
And Merry Christmas from us to you. Bye.
Bye.